What's going on, fellow Illumineers? Welcome back. I'm Lorcana Thanos, the Mad Titan of the Illuminary, and today we are continuing our theme of top 10 cards with the top 10 cards in Ruby. Let's get started. Number 10. Kicking off the list, we have Vitalosphere, which is a 1-cost inkable item that exerts itself, requires you to pay 1 ink, and you banish it in order to get a chosen character, rush, and +2 strength. This has been very powerful in testing and has enabled me to get rid of those pesky cards with higher willpower like Hiram or Tamatoa. Vitalosphere has a lot of potential as we get further into the Ursula's Return metagame. Number 9. I'm not sure what the Lorcana's team fascination is with Be Prepared, but we get another portion of the song at the number 9 slot, Be King Undisputed. This non-inkable 4-cost song has each opponent choose and banish one of their characters. Naturally, board removal is good, but I feel like this card is going to be a 2 or 3 of at most in your deck. It seems like most Ruby players will just wait to play Be Prepared once they have the required 7 ink or they're in the correct position to play the card, and you already utilize cards like Madame Medusa and Lady Tremaine, so this card feels like a win more card. Number 8. While this might seem low, I can't really put this card any higher in good faith, and that is Sisu, a Daring Visitor. While Sisu is a non-inkable 3-cost Storyborn hero, deity, and dragon who has evasive, the reasoning for this position is simply the stats. Sisu has 1 strength and 1 willpower, which is super weak. Even with evasive, it's super easy to remove this card from the board. This card is meant for early game removal due to its effect, which when you play this card, you banish chosen opposing character with 1 strength or less. While this card does have utility, it can quest for 1. I don't feel that I can put it any higher on the list. Number 7. Now, I want to welcome you to be our guest with Lumiere Fiery Friend, who is an inkable 2-cost Storyborn ally who has 2 strength, 2 willpower, and a lore pit. But where this card shines is in his ability. His ability is called Fervent Address, and it gives your other characters +1 strength. While it may not boost Lumiere himself, I find that this can be very beneficial in a potential mirror match against Ruby Sapphire or Ruby Amethyst, given that Sisu on ice is a strategy now. The additional boost is a good way to get around the ability of Sisu once she gets shifted into play. Number 6. Let's travel from an enchanted castle to a pub that comes as an enchanted, the Snuggly Duckling. For a challenge-based strategy, this card is fantastic. This disreputable pub is inkable. It costs 2 ink to play, 2 ink to move a character to the pub, and has 9 willpower, which is crazy. I really love the ability whenever a character with 3 strength or more challenges another character while here, you gain 1 lore, and if the character has 6 strength or more, you gain 3 lore. So, really great way to get some lore. I love the character removal through challenging while gaining lore, and you can even go Ruby Amber and stay on theme with the Heal the Injured Patron with Rapunzel to draw cards, which there's just such great card and movie synergy here, and Maui is the perfect character to send here. Number 5. Staying in the kingdom of the thing that happened a while back, we have Eugene Fitzherbert, aka Flynn Rider Frenemy. Flynn may be an inkable 2-cost Storyborn hero and a prince who sports 2 strength, 2 willpower, and can quest for 1, but what we all love him for is... Yes, Eugene, we all love your smolder, but I was going to say his ability. At the start of your turn, if you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character, you gain 3 lore. So, all the strength reduction cards that we have in the metagame right now, along with removal pieces, they're going to be hugely effective in getting the ability off on Frenemy. And once you've established him, you can obviously swing games very quickly in your favor. Number 4. Wrapping up the kingdom of it's time to throw down. Let's have a brawl. No, not you. This Brawl. This 3-cost inkable action card banishes chosen character with 2 strength or less. Ruby is getting more and more removal tools in his card pool, and Brawl is a fantastic tool. I do think this card, just like the card earlier on our list, is only going to be a 2 of or a 3 of at most, but it is a solid card nonetheless. Number 3. Our bronze medalist is Sisu Emboldened Warrior. Sisu is a storyborn hero, deity, and dragon who has 1 strength, 4 willpower, plus conquest for 2. Sisu is decently static compared to her non-inkable counterpart, which we saw earlier on the list. Sisu has a decent ability which gives her plus 1 strength for each card in your opponent's hand. You'll get the most utility out of this ability against a whole new world decks, but you can still get a decent boost against most decks in the metagame. Naturally, Sisu also works as a great shift target for another card you are expecting to see on this list. Number 2, and our runner-up is a card that I praised on my ranking every legendary in Ursula's return video. Click the card here to see where it ranks in that video, but the runner-up is Mulan Elite Archer. I really love Mulan. She is so powerful. She is an inkable 6-cost Floodborn hero princess who has 2 strength, 6 willpower, 2 lore pips, who shifts for 5. There are a number of decent Mulan targets you can shift into or shift from. There are a number of decent Mulan targets that you can shift from, and once you play her by shifting, that's where the fun begins. Her first ability kicks in here. When you play her via shift, she gains plus 3 strength, boosting her to 5 strength. Then, if you deal damage to a character in a challenge, her triple shot ability kicks in. Triple shot says, during your turn, whenever this character deals damage to another character in a challenge, deal the same amount of damage to up to 2 other chosen characters. This is such a great ability for board removal. I really love Mulan in an aggressive strategy. Number 1. Topping the list is a card that should come at a surprise to no one, which seems to be a recurring theme on these lists thus far. But at number 1, we have Sisu Empowered Sibling. This is a non-inkable 8-cost Floodborn hero deity dragon who ships for 60 and has 5 strength along with 4 willpower and a whopping counting 1, 2, 3 lore pips. Her ability is called I Got This, and when Sisu enters play, you banish all opposing characters with 2 strength or less. If you set this up correctly, this could be a massive board wipe and can win you games on the spot. Ruby Sapphire naturally loves running this card alongside cards like Ice Block to reduce your one of your opponent's character strength, and then shift and hopefully stamp the board. This card is insane, and I really love the enchanted art on this card as well. And that's why number 1 is Sisu Empowered Sibling. Alright, so there it is, the top 10 cards in Ruby for Ursula's return. As always, be sure to let me know down below what you thought of the list. If you thought that I missed something or you want to rearrange the list, that's perfectly fine. But let's have a friendly discussion about it. As always, be sure to give me one of these if you like the content. It greatly helps the channel grow and get exposure, and I can't do it without you. What I can't do without you is smash that subscribe button. So please do so. Click the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. It's super helpful. And I'm coming back into the YouTube game after about a year off, so I'm trying to grow, so I can't do this without you guys. Thanks. As always, you can follow me on the artist formerly known as Twitter on X at Lorcana Thanos. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Remember, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Bye.